hemisphere than regular too. They're very insulated. They can do what they want.
It's not every day you get to see famous creatures in the headlines. And in most cases, when you do, over the past couple of weeks, TD Jakes has gone against this expected tide of people in his line of work.
A lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Cat Williams in there.
I don't know, Cat. We might not let you drink anymore the way we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip. Less than you. Truth don't need motivation.
YSL trial. The judge gave jurors and attorneys a 3-day weekend citing personal reasons. But this week they heard testimony from former co-defendant Trontavious Stevens. He accepted a plea deal before this trial began, and he testified that he and Young Thug co-founded the street gang. Defense attorneys say YSL is Young Thug's record label and not a gang. But another storyline is now emerging from court, and this has nothing to do with testimony, but rather fashion.
Yeah, Young Thug's wardrobe choices have gone viral. It all started last month. Young Thug
is the mulgachadi. Yachibuna ida ona koyani soyama siblualgi buchilokoga. We need to talk about what's going on with our tribe today. What's going on with our Hebrew people. We've been talking about social mechanisms and social phenomenons. And I guess in the talk of social phenomenons, we have to discuss social mechanisms. What is a mechanism? A mechanism is a system that applies force or influence. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is social mechanisms in the form of illusions, and looking at illusions as a what? Social phenomenon. There are lots of social phenomenons that we deal with that shape the way we think, the way we believe, how we feel, the attitudes that we develop. So now it's time for us to take a deeper look and analyze these realities that shape us and that actually shape the condition and the outcomes of our lives. So we find it written in the Mashalim, or the Proverbs in Hebrew, in our language, Netzor libeka mikhal mishmar, ki mimeno totsa ot chaim. Allah tells us, guard your heart, for from it flow the issues of your life. From it flow the outcomes of your life and the situations of your life. So the key word that's important for us to break down there, well, there's a couple of key words, starting with netzor and also shamar, the verb shamar in Hebrew. But also we have to look at the word leb. So when we talk about the Hebrew word leb, we have to understand what we're talking about. We're talking about the heart, the mind, okay, the inner man, the center of anything. Okay, this is where our imaginations come from. This is where our passions and our inspirations and our ethos and our determination of our will and our decision making and our memories, all of these things take place in the mind, in the heart, in the center of ourselves. And so he's telling us clearly we have to guard our emotions. We have to guard our passions. We have to guard how we get inspired and what we're inspired to. As we understand that our heart can also be deceived by the other part of ourselves, which is the flesh. In Hebrew, it's called nefesh, in Arabic, nefas, and it literally deals with the physical being, okay? So we have to look at some examples how illusions are able to deceive our mind. Because these illusions that we encounter in social phenomenon evoke in us and provoke in us carnal responses. And so we look at the phenomenon of illusion, which deceives the senses. And we look at the example of Moses and Pharaoh. So when we go into the Quran, 7 and 116, we find Falama alku sahru ayuna anasi. And so it says that the Pharaoh and his magicians bewitched the eyes of the people. The verb that we find used there in the Arabic is sahra, literally to fascinate or bewitch, to wheedle someone, okay, to involve a person in trouble, depriving them of understanding, seduction, witchcraft, hypnotism, sorcery, illusion, fraud. So this illusion was so powerful that we find that even Moses felt fear. And the scripture tells us that terror was struck into the hearts of the people as well. But even Moses, his flesh, was caused to feel fear from an optical illusion that had deceived his senses just for a split moment in time. It says, فَأَوْجَسَ فِي نَفْسِهِ. And notice the word that's used there is nafsa. Once again, this is telling us in the carnal plane of his existence, he felt fear. And so we clearly see the power of illusion to deceive the senses and disturb the mind. And we also see the reality of illusion in social phenomenon. More on this.
A lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Cat Williams in there.
I don't know, Cat. We might not let you drink anymore the way you. I mean, we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you.
Give us the book of Revelation. You don't hear me though.
You just looking for new teeth?
Yep, sure.
Oh,
is.
no.
All I said was hi.
Bye. No.
Give us the book of
Broke it.
Revelation. You don't hear me though.
I don't even know who that is.
And a rapper at twerking party that Puff Daddy held. He's sitting right there.
He says he's not surprised that people are paying attention.
And the fans are reacting because people care about fashion.
You know, when you're a celebrity, everybody pays attention to every little detail. Being a rapper, the clothes come with it.
Jimenez says nice clothing can also be a tactic to get the judge and jury to perceive you in a certain light.
And I tell that to clients all the time. I need you to show up to court like you're going to church. I need you to look nice because sadly, people judge you by what you wear.